Tonight, Georgia lawmakers put aside party differences to pray for Texas flood victims and the communities impacted by the devastation.
Atlanta News First Abby Casoris is at the state capitol tonight with their solemn moment of unity.
Psalms 121 says, I lift up my eyes to the hills, for where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth.
On the steps of the state capitol, Georgia House members clasped their hands and bowed their heads, praying for the victims of flooding in Texas, their families, the missing, and the first responders.
May God continue to wrap his arms around those who are grieving.
Republican House Speaker John Burns says a simple conversation with a Democratic colleague, Lydia Glaze, a FEMA reservist, inspired this prayerful gathering.
I know the impact of showing up, hugging, helping the hurting. That's what I ask God. How can our hands touch this tragedy and bring folks into a place where they know others care?
As of Wednesday, more than 100 people are still missing and more than 130 people are confirmed dead, including at least 27 young campers and counselors at Camp Mystic. Glaze says her heart breaks for their families and friends. It brings up painful memories. Losing her son in a car accident, no parent, she says, should have to bury a child.
I'm tearing up now. You never get over it. You never come away from it.
Will you pray with me?
Pastor Jimmy Elder says when he first heard, he was in the parking lot of his church in Columbus, Georgia, ready to send 34 kids off to camp.
A shudder went up my spine, and I began to think, we always send them off, but we never expect anything to happen.
Burns says prayers as well as donations can help. Gray Media is launching Together for Texas, a relief effort for those impacted by the devastating Texas floods in partnership with the Salvation Army.
Even in the aftermath of such an unimaginable tragedy, I'm reminded of the resilience, the kindness, and the courage of humanity. This is the spirit of hope and courage that defines us as Americans.
Glaze wants to encourage Georgia counties to receive federal funding after Hurricane Helene to invest those funds in their mitigation plan to make their communities stronger in case of another natural disaster. In Atlanta, I'm Abby Casoris.
And again, here's the QR code for Gray Media's Together for Texas campaign. You can scan this now. All donations go directly to the Salvation Army's relief efforts.